Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe now. Helps me out in the meta. And I'm on the drive for 5. I gotta get 500, guys. And you know what? Turn on notifications so that you're always alerted to all of my stupid hijinks. And you know, hit the like button at the end of the video, or now. You can do it now. You know it's going to be a good video. I'm going to make you chuckle at least a little. Also, if you want to help out Hyperdellic, you can do so by shopping through the Amazon affiliate link in the description down below, or you can buy a figure through my Amazon wish list. Uh, you could also make a contribution through Patreon, and that helps out. All of it definitely helps out a bunch. But without further ado, hey kids, it's Hyperdellic. Oh boy, I'm starting to turn into Krusty the Clown here, huh? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction, from the cartoon collection. This is Masters of the Universe Origins. Well, I mean, I guess it's not Origins because it's the cartoon collection, but it's Origins. But they've changed the bucks, so I mean, I guess it isn't Origins. I mean, technically, it is a whole new figure. As you can see already, I have He-Man and I got Beast-Man, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I freaking love both of them way more than I thought I was gonna love them. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna like them. At first, I was just like, do we need another cartoon collection like Filmation series? But you know what? Mattel proved me wrong. Yes, we did need another one. Skeletor is pretty awesome, and I'm really excited to pop into this version of Skeletor. I told myself a long time ago that He-Man and Skeletor were two of the only figures that I could buy multiples of. Just because, I mean, that is the thing about He-Man. There was always some new version of He-Man. But let's take a closer look at this package. The package art is just gorgeous. Look at that. As per usual, Masters of the Universe just makes us love the artwork of Masters of the Universe. Come on, He-Man, stand up. There you go, buddy. Good job. And I'm sorry to all of you on-card in the blister collectors. This bad boy's coming out. But I try to save the card as much as possible. At some point, I'm going to make a great big collage for like a wall. As seen on Masks of Power. Now, I went back and watched the episode. It's kind of a goofy, hokey episode, of course. I mean, it's the Filmation thing. But the fact that you get these two little extra heads that you can put on him like a mask, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I grabbed a couple of origin heads that might actually fit well with the color scheme of this version of Skeletor. So we'll see. We'll take a look. On the card back, you see Man-at-Arms, He-Man, Beast-Man. I don't have Man-at-Arms. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get him. I'm definitely getting Tila. Definitely. Definitely getting Trapjaw. Definitely. But yeah, that just looks so good. But you know what I got to do? Because action figures got to action, and I can't review it for you if I don't take it out. We're gonna do that now. Let's get in with it. You know, we're gonna get on with it already. Now, He-Man. Well, I gotta do it. It's Skeletor. I know I could have come up with something better, but it's Skeletor. He-Man. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Dude, Skelly looks freaking awesome. Skeletor is one of my favorite characters, period, of all time. I mean, he is by far probably my favorite villain ever. He's fantastic. I mean, Skeletor is amazing. His design, his look, just what he represents. He's the opposite of everything that He-Man stands for. You know, He-Man's good and pure and awesome, a good dude, all about teamwork and friendship and all of that stuff. And Skeletor is like, screw everything, and I'm gonna destroy it all. If I can't have it, no one can. You know what he has? He has a bunch of accessories. That's what he has. I mean, first off, he comes with the mini comic. Now, I am not going to ruin the mini comic for you, but I may decide to read the mini comic at some later date. Thinking about doing a series of edited videos where I do the mini comics. Maybe do the voice acting a little bit better. Still lots of jokes. We'll see. It'll be one of my passion projects. But what does Skelly come with? Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to show are these two heads. Two heads are better than one. These are the mask heads, right? But you pop off the head and you put it on. We might do that later. We might. They're not bad. They're very simple designs. I mean, if you take a look, they're pretty decent. I mean, these are really cool designs. I like everything that they're doing with these Filmation ones. And then he comes with his Havoc staff. I mean, what is Skeletor without his Havoc staff? Apparently, he's just Keldor, right? He's just Keldor without this thing. That's kind of awesome. I love having the Filmation ram head on there. I always liked it better. We're gonna put this in Skelly's hand because he's gotta hold it. This one, I think it's a little bit longer than the Origins Havoc staff. I don't know. I could grab one and maybe we'll compare it. And then, of course, he comes with the purple half of the Sword of He, right? Because that's a Trowan Sword of He, which stands for power. Who knew He meant power? So He-Man's real name in Trowan is Power Man? Isn't there already a Power Man? I don't know if I like this part of the story. But there is that. And he doesn't really, I think, that's going to look stupid. Yep, that'll look stupid. So it's got to go in his hand. Can't just pop it in his back. There's no slot for it like on He-Man. Well, I mean, He-Man has the big old holster. That is Skelly right there. Okay, we're gonna take a closer look at that gorgeous yellow bony face. Okay, look at this buddy. Look at this guy. I like the face sculpt. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. I have the Super 7 one, and I'll make that a part of our comparison. But this is definitely my favorite Skeletor. Out of everything that's been put out so far, this is my favorite Skeletor. Like, he's just so good. I love it. He's the colors are beautiful. They pop. They're really nice. The sculpts, there are some things that I like about the sculpts and some things I don't. Like, you can't unsee these X's, right, on his legs. Now you're always going to see it. Sorry, Hyperdellic did that to you. But the overall sculpt of this bad boy is, it's simplistic because it is the cartoon collection, but it's still got some really nice details for a toy. This is cool. It's so good. Let's talk about his articulation. So here's his neutral stance. Put his head neutral. He goes that far forward. That is kind of weak. But he goes that far back. That's also kind of weak. You know what? I don't really care. Honestly, he just looks awesome, and I'm probably just going to have his head, sort of as far forward as possible, but maybe like some head turns or something. That's a good way to add some dynamics to a head that maybe doesn't have a lot of range. Turn it slightly sideways, off center. You give it a little bit of something. It has attitude, spunk, some action, right? So that's the head. And of course, it turns around 360. The arms are the typical Origins ball, ball and pin with the socket. And then, you can pull that off. It's meant to do that, right? Man, the 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 the, the armor piece is just, it's so good. It's what I always wanted out of a Skeletor. It is. I didn't need super detailed. I just wanted something that covered up his neck and looked like an actual cowl. All right, so that's his arm. You can do this. You can do this. Woo. Look at that, spinning right around. Okay, it's got an elbow rocker, pivot point. Right, this can go 360. You don't want to, and that would look freakish. But I mean, hey, you do you. Right, hand rotates, rocker. It's a horizontal rocker. It's left and right. Right. Same thing with the other side. All the same stuff. Horizontal rocker. We get down to the waist. Waist pivots. Waist comes apart. Right? You can do some mixing and matching. Legs. Does he do a yoga pose? MOTU figures are a little screwed on on yoga pose. Like they don't have enough clearance in the shorts. The legs are a little too bulky, but he still has some good range. Leg articulation. We'll go neutral here, right? That's neutral. That's back, right? He doesn't really go back. Forward, like this. But again, I'm going to warn everyone, watch out, because MOTU, sometimes the legs get a little scratchy from the undies. Remember to pivot the leg. Turn it towards the outside when you're doing a sitting thing, and you're probably going to scuff it way less. You can, change the knee appropriately. But that brings us to the knee. And that bad boy is like another rocker with a pin. And the knee can spin 360. So, I mean, you want to show him all damaged on the battlefield. Ooh, I'm broken. You can do that. Right? But his knee goes about that far. He can get 90 degrees. They've carved it out in the back of the knee so that he does. That's nice. You don't see the back of the leg that often. You can pose him in that, crouched MOTU position, but you don't have to. All right, so, and then the legs come apart. I hate taking these apart, but I'll do it just because I never do. So, and see, there's an L in there, right? So that you don't mix them up. Those just go on and off. You can take every one of these joints apart. I have done it on other Origins figures, right? You just use a little hot water and some, hard pulling. But the hot water is very important because these are tight joints and you could rip that peg right off if you don't, warm it up. Give it a little appropriate time. Okay, well, that is Skeletor's articulation. I think we're gonna zoom out and do some comparisons now. Now you already see him next to Beastman and the He-Man version. But, you know, we're going to put his spare heads up on the spindle so you can see it. Let me turn them around. But, you know, I honestly do think this is the best Skeletor. All right, so we're going to bring in... we're going to bring in my Origin Skeletor. Well, I mean, this is honestly the only Origin Skeletor that still has mostly all Origin Skeletor's parts. I've kind of chop-shopped a lot of my Skeletors to customize the one to be the exact way I want him to be. Right? Because, I mean, you have to, right? This one, I gave him the terror claws. I'm still working on a custom with the terror claws that will hopefully be hilarious. I don't know. We'll see if it works out. But, I mean, here's the OG Skeletor from Origins. And, I mean, you can see the colors are different. This is actually a... Actually, this is an original Skeletor. It's the 2000X skin with the original Skeletor. I wanted that. I don't know why. But the colors are much nicer in this one. Much nicer. Now, I'm also going to bring in, and he's probably going to drop his staff. Oh, yeah, there he goes. But because he just does not hold the staff well. But here is my Super 7 Filmation one, as seen on TV. You know, I loved it. You know, I mean, he is my replacement. I don't have my vintage Skeletor. I have my vintage He-Man, Ram Man, Beast Man, Man at Arms, freaking all of it. But I don't have Skeletor. So I needed to put in Skeletor. Now, I'm going to say this much. The colors pop a little bit more on this figure. The blue pops a little bit more. But I still like this Cartoon Collection version better. I wouldn't mind the blue being a little bit closer to this blue. And you know what? I mean, I love this Filmation version. But that's an excellent head sculpt right there on the Super 7 one. That's a good one. I like it. It's still pretty dope. Like, both are equally great. Did we, of course, know that we were going to, obviously, get another Skeletor? Of course we knew we were going to get another Skeletor. And you know what? We're probably going to get 10 more before they stop doing Masters of the Universe. And I'm okay with that. I like Skelly. He is pretty good. You know, I just wanted to do one last thing. I want to pop an Origins head on him. That doesn't look too bad. It's not perfect. Maybe lighten up the hood. But he looks okay. That's pretty tight. I'm going to put it back because, honestly, this is such a cooler head. I mean, right? Look at that face. Ah. Here. I want you guys to see him all the way around. At least one time. He's magnificent. This is going to be the Skeletor that sits on my desk. My Origins figures will go on the little display that sits behind me. But this is going to be right in front of where my computer and my gaming stuff and everything is sitting. Right on my Ramen Toys Exploding Rocks display. Shout out to Ramen Toys. You guys do great stuff. You do. Maybe one day I'll do a video with some of that stuff in there. But yeah. Skeletor. Look at this guy. Skelly. Right? That's Skelly. Maybe I'll do like a stop motion of him running away, and I'll just start making memes. I mean, I probably could. I don't know. I got to figure out some stop motion somehow. I think it'll be fun. I mean, don't you guys all like my my AI photos that I've been posting? Just wait. Just wait. Wait until Valentine's Day. Oh, goodness. I got a great one for Valentine's Day. Skeletor. Tell the folks what to do over here. Turn on subscriptions. Or no, notifications. Turn those on. And subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry. and like the video. Like it. I'm not as good as Shaneology. I'm sorry. That guy's great. All right, bye, Skeletor. Bye, everyone. Have an awful day. Have a nice day. That's from Hyperdellic. That other one, that was from Skeletor. Bye, kids.